Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Matthew, the second chapter. Now when Yahushai was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king, so they were likely men that were knowledgeable concerning, the astrology or astronomy or, those kinds of things. So they probably saw some constellation or something signifying the birth of Yahushai as by interpretation. So they came, right, to find him. And when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Why? Because he's like, well, he was appointed king over the Jews by the Romans. But if, according to prophecy, the true heir, the true king has been born, that's a threat to him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Hamashiach should be born, where the anointed should be born, because that was a prophecy, right, that he would come on the scene. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. So when Herod heard this, he was stressed, because he's like, wait, but I'm the ruler right now, so that's a threat. We got to get him up out of here. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, basically secretly, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. So he was asking a whole lot of questions to find out, when did this star appear? So how long ago would that have been? Because if the star represents when he was born, he should be about this age by this time, and yada, 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 yada. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child. So he's born. We know he will be born in Bethlehem of Judea. And we know that given the time when the star appeared, he should be around this age group. So you go in there and you go find him. And when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. Which was a lie. Herod did not want to go and worship him. He found him as a threat. And you'll see why this is a lie based on Herod's reaction just a few verses on. When they had heard the king, they departed. And lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. So more than likely, the star had to be like a chariot, because it was moving, right, to to lead them to where Yahushai was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. So Herod's probably waiting for a while, because they're searching, not knowing they had already left. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. So go there and you stay there until I let you know to come back. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. So much for going to worship him too, right? When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. So they wasted no time. And was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, because now he's like, okay, a reasonable time to search diligently in Bethlehem wouldn't take this long. Maybe it was a week, maybe it was 2 weeks, And he realized, okay, these men are not here anymore, are they? He probably sent for them and realized they had already departed the country, or they had departed the region maybe like 3-4 days ago. And he's like, these freaking. So he was pissed and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof from 2 years old and under. So it says, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. So basically, he deduced this child cannot be any older than 2, based on what his conversations with the wise men, when the star appeared, when the child would have been born, and so on. So he said, hey, anybody 2 years old and under, just kill them all. Since I can't find exactly who it is, the wise men bamboozled me, just kill everybody. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremy the prophet, Jeremiah, saying, in Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rahel or Rachel reaping for her children, and would not be comforted because they are not. And Rachel being one of the foremothers, okay, of the tribes. And so that signified not Rachel herself actually crying, but it signified the weeping and the sorrow for this event that would take place, which is the slaying of the children due to Herod basically doing this. Verse 19, but when Herod was dead, so this is now some time later, Herod eventually dies, and he probably thinks in his mind, oh, he was able to get the Messiah, right? Because eventually he dies. He doesn't hear any word about, any young boy growing up who is this man, or none of that. So eventually he dies. And as it says, behold, but when Herod died, behold, an angel of the Lord appeareth in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And he arose and took the young child and his mother, and came into the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, which Archelaus was a demon himself, Herod Archelaus, he was a demon. So when Joseph heard that, he was like, no, hell no. He was afraid to go thither, so he didn't return back to Judea, basically his hometown, just yet. Notwithstanding being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. So the angel warned him as well, don't go back into Judea. Because Herod is dead, but this guy Archelaus, he's a demon. Go rather into the areas of Galilee. You'll be safer there. And he came and dwelt in the city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene, right? Being Yahushai, because he would be from Nazareth. And that brings us to the end of the book of Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.